U.S. President Joe Biden has signed an executive order aimed at protecting abortion rights. That move follows the Supreme Court decision last month overturning Roe v. Wade, which made abortion legal for almost 50 years. Biden says his options are limited. He's urging Americans to elect a Congress that will pass new federal pro-choice laws.
It's my hope and strong belief that women will in fact turn out in record numbers to reclaim the rights that have taken from them by the court. And let me be clear, while I wish it had not come to this, this is the fastest route available. I'm just stating a basic fundamental notion. The fastest way to restore Roe is to pass a national law codifying Roe, which I will sign immediately upon its passage. So the choice is clear. If you want to change the circumstances for women and even little girls in this country, please go out and vote.
So for more on this, let's bring in the CBC's Magda Gebrselassie in Washington. So what does this executive order do?
Well, President Biden, with this order, calls on the Justice Department to protect the following: the right for women to travel to states where abortions are legal, access to abortion medication, emergency contraception as well, and protecting the privacy and data of those going online to search for those services so that any state or law enforcement wouldn't be able to use that information to go after them. And protections as well for healthcare providers that are giving emergency care to pregnant women to save their lives. And again, you heard him during the press conference this afternoon, call out the Supreme Court's decision that led to all of this, saying that it was wrong, that it puts the health of women and girls at risk. And he gave this example of a victim of a 10-year-old girl in Ohio, a rape victim who no longer was allowed to get an abortion in her state of Ohio. So take a listen.
Just last week, it was reported that a 10-year-old girl was a rape victim in Ohio. 10 years old. And she was forced to have to travel out of the state to Indiana to seek to terminate the presidency and maybe save her life. 10 years old. Raped, 6 weeks pregnant. Already traumatized, was forced to travel to another state. Imagine being that little girl. I'm serious, just imagine being that little girl, 10 years old.
So again, he called on Congress to change things, pass laws to allow abortions to take place nationwide. And if not, he's calling on Americans. Specifically, he was speaking to women, saying, use your voice, use your vote to turn things around during the midterm election.
And at least 9 states have enacted abortion bans so far, with more expected following that ruling. So in some states, abortion clinics are already closing down. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so yesterday, Mississippi's only abortion clinic, Jackson Women's Health Organization, it closed its doors. And this was after a judge refused to block the trigger law that would ban most abortions. Then last week in Texas, the state Supreme Court ruled a law banning abortion could take effect. So clinics run by Whole Women's Health have stopped providing abortion services there. Here's more from the CEO.
2 different Americas that's emerged, that some people have access to safe, compassionate abortion care legally in their communities, and other people are forced to travel hundreds of miles.
She says 40% of clients seeking abortions at clinics in Minnesota are actually now coming from Texas. And as you heard in this executive order, part of that is addressed, women traveling to other states to be able to get the abortions and to get protections in order to do that.
Thanks for this. That is the CBC's Magda Gebrselassie in Washington.